Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Drum Teacher React series. Today I'm gonna be reacting to and analyzing a drum playthrough video of the man and the living legend Gene Hoglan playing the strapping young lad song Skeksis. But before we start, I want to give a big shout out to Seamus Policelli, aka 66 Seamus, who just released a reaction video to all my reaction videos. So for everyone who hasn't seen it yet, make sure you check him out. I'm gonna post the link in the description below. Now to the most important announcement of today. During the last couple of months, I had the honor and privilege to work on a new online project alongside some of the most successful metal drummers out there. I'm talking about drummers like Kerim Lechner, aka Krim, drummer of Septic Flesh. I'm talking about Dan Presland, drummer of Nebuli Viscaris, Ken Bedeni, drummer of Aborted, Kevin Paradis, the drummer of Benighted, Mr. David Diepold, Mr. Sebastian Lanz, the drummer of Obscura, Olli, drummer of Cataclysm, and Mr. Eugene Ryabchenko as well. So just to name a few. This new project, the Drum Technique Academy, will go online the next couple of weeks, so make sure to keep your eyes and ears open for that one. Alright, that's it for this short introduction. Now on to the important stuff. Let's start with Gene's video. Gene has always been a big inspiration for me. The first time I met him was in 2009 somewhere in South America at an after-show party. He just finished playing his show with Fear Factory and I was just done playing my show with Belphegor in another venue that evening. I remember him as an extremely friendly and funny guy, always cracking jokes. But still it was a bit intimidating standing right next to one of my biggest heroes. In today's video analysis, I'm gonna be focusing on Gene's foot technique. So beware that you're going to hear me talk a lot about his hip flexors and his calf muscle in this one. It's important to mention that all of that stuff is just a short introduction to his technique. So if you want to learn more about his foot technique, make sure to check out his two drum DVDs. First, the Atomic Clock, and second, the Clock Strikes 2. I'm going to link his homepage down in the description below as well, so make sure to get a copy of these two amazing DVDs. There's so much we could talk about it when it comes to Gene, so I'm pretty sure that I'm going to record another video about him in the future. Now I'm done, let's get it on. Alright, one thing I have to mention right away is that Gene is playing left foot lead. So he's leading with his left foot all the time. He's also playing open-handed and left foot lead. The pattern he played right now goes something like this. So he's playing all the off beats with his right kick. On the beat he's always playing with his left foot. A drummer who is leading with his right foot, just like me for example, would play it the total opposite way. So leading with the right foot and the off beats with the left foot. Alright, let's continue. By the way, if you want to dive into this topic of offbeat syncopated drumming with left and right foot, make sure to check out Thomas Lang's DVD Creative Coordination and Advanced Foot Control. I think that's the title. This DVD is full of great information about that topic. Now it's time to talk about his foot technique. Bear with me, you're gonna hear a lot about hip flexors and calf muscles right now. So Gene changed his foot technique during the last couple of years. In the first DVD, he explains his foot technique like it's a full leg motion, a lot of hip flexor involvement all the time, and he's using ankle weights all the time. Recently he changed his foot technique and he explains that stuff in his second DVD in detail, where he is not using his upper leg anymore. He's almost no hip flexor involvement at all and everything's coming from the calf muscles, heel down. But we're going to talk about the heel down technique a little bit later. Now let's focus on his heel up technique that he describes in his first DVD and the use of ankle weights. In his first DVD he explains that he uses ankle weights as practicing tool but also live on stage. So what he does and what he did back in the days is he started to play a show with ankle weights attached to his ankles. And after a couple of songs, the easier songs, once he hit that point where, okay, now it's like the fastest song of the set, that's the point where he gets rid of the ankle weights and then he's totally flying. All right, let's continue. sliding up the footboard. The Gene Blast. I'm gonna talk about the Gene Blast in another video. During the quad fills you can see that when he's playing 2 hits with his kick drums, he's also leading with his left foot all the time. I really like this particular pattern, so let's talk about that one. What he's doing here is, with his hands he's playing a 3/4 beat. The first bar, focused by double bass in the second bar. I really like that beat in combination with the foot pattern he's using. Alright, let's continue. Nice. In this video he's still using the old Tama Camco pedals, which he has been using for years. Recently, you can see that one on the Drumeo YouTube video that they put online. Great video about Gene and his 10 secrets to metal drumming, I think that's the name. He's using Pearl Eliminator Redline pedals. I really like the old Tama Camco pedals, but for some reason I don't really like the newer version of the Tama Camco pedals that they released a couple of years ago. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not really sure if he totally switched to Pearl Eliminator Redline pedals, but both pedals, the Camcos and the Pearl Eliminators, work fine. Hitting both kicks at the same time. Don't see that one really often. During that thrash beat, not fresh beat, thrash beat, that he played right there, he switched between right foot and left foot leading. That's something that he does many times. So he's not just open-handed and sometimes playing left foot, left hand lead and right hand lead. He's also sometimes switching between left foot and right foot lead. How can you play with those boots? Now he's adding the right symbol as well in between. Like I mentioned before, his foot technique seemed to change during the recent years. The first DVD, it's all about ankle weights, lifting your full leg, and you can always see him lifting his full leg up and down. But now he seems to switch to the heel down technique, so I'm not gonna go into that much detail. Make sure to check his DVD because he explains it really well in there. So just to give you a little overview about his technique at the moment. He's using the heel down technique. But he's not using a basic heel down. My foot is resting on the footboard. My strokes are just generated by a contraction of my calf muscles. So I just contract my calf muscles to push the beat against the bass drum head. And as soon as I relax my calf muscles again, the beat is just returning because of the spring, and I can also use my shin muscles to lift my foot again after each stroke. So slow, it looks something like this. A little bit faster. But what you can see here, what Gene is doing is the following. He raises his heel, that's the starting position, and he drops his heel for the first stroke, and then he continues to play like that. So basic heel down looks like this. Gene plays it like that. Same with the left foot. Dropping my heel for the first stroke and then following up with regular heel down. Combining those two. Alright, that's it about the heel down technique. Again, make sure to check out his DVDs because he explains it really well in there. When he starts and stops a bass drum pattern, the beater is always resting against the bass drum head. Again, this 3/4 feeling. Nice. Alright, that's it for this video. Again, a big thank you to everyone who watches my videos, is commenting and sharing my content. Thank you very much for that. In the next couple of weeks, my main focus is going to be the Drum Sneak Academy. Again, make sure to keep your eyes and ears open for that one. This platform is going to be a big game changer. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thanks again. Have a great day. Cheers from Vienna. Bye.